Hi, welcome back to Akriti. I'm Dr. Bindu Shrinath, founder, Akriti Learning Center. If you're new to this channel, thank you for stopping by. If you've been here before, I'm so glad you're back. Today, we're going to be speaking about sight word method. Sight word method and how to teach children to learn the sight words. Sight words. Sight words are words that kids need to recognize instantly. Words such as it, is, on, with, etc. are commonly seen words that come while we read. Today, we are going to be doing a method called the sight word study method. This is an Orton Gillingham approach. Orton Gillingham teaches in a structured, explicit and multisensory way for children with learning challenges. Today, we are going to learn this technique with the first word that I am writing on the board. The word is said. So what we do in the beginning is read the word. So the child is made to read the word with assistance. S, A, I, D, said. That is step 1. Step 2, the child is asked to tap under each letter and then complete reading the word. And this has to be done twice. S, A, I, D, said. One more time. S, A, I, D, said. That was number 2. So the third time, the child is made to trace on the word. So what you can ask them to do is, if they have a pencil or a pen, take the back of the pencil or the pen and then trace over the word like this. S, A, I, D, said. One more time. S, A, I, D, said. Once the child has done it 3 times, the next time you can ask the child to turn the word. This I have done it on a board. Usually we do it on a flashcard with the child, and the child can turn the word and attempt to see for the next time if the child is getting the word naturally. So they are asked to turn the word around and they can try to guess the word, and by writing with their 2 fingers. S, A, I, D, said. They can do this on the table. They can do this on their arms. They can do it even on the board if they are learning. So they can do it 2 times. S, A, I, D, said. If the child has a doubt, the child is allowed to peek into the card and then fill out the word. But if the child is unsure at this step, they just continue and then do this whole process with the word in front of them in the written format. The next thing that you do is you ask them to write it on their body. So children who are right dominant will use their right hand and will write it from the shoulder towards the arm. Children who are left-handed, they write it from with using their left hand from below up to the shoulder. And why are we doing that? Because writing happens from left to right. So it is important that the direction in which they write is consistent. So you ask them to pull their arm out and then they can write it on their arm or tap it on their arm. S, A, I, D, said. One more time. S, A, I, D, said. Once this is done, the child is allowed to take a piece of paper and write the word down by heart. This is the sight word method. Once the child has been taught the method, we give the child out a rule card. This is a must because this rule card has a pictorial representation of everything that has been taught right now to all of you. So this helps the child to learn independently. It is not necessary that the child needs a teacher or a parent next to them once they have mastered how to learn the sight word method. This is how the flashcards are written. And we make sure that the flashcards are written in small letters so the child first learns the spelling and by hearts the words first. So now, you all have got a challenge. Pick out a paper. Don't think much. I'm going to give you a word. Just try out this method. The word is hemorrhage. hemorrhage. Do not try to peek anywhere. Quickly write the word as you know it. Ready? Hemorrhage. Hemorrhage. I'm sure, although you all know the spelling, many of you might have given a double R, single R instead of double R, or a double M, or would have completely missed out on the H. I would like you to try the sight word method, experiment it by yourself before you try it on your child to see how the method works. And remember one thing, the method doesn't work in one go. This needs practice. Any new method needs continuous practice. And one other thing that you do notice that these children do is that when they constantly go back to a recall or a review, you would notice that they keep making mistake by missing out either on an O, R, R. So what I usually do is when I teach them, I substitute those letters that the children miss by giving it in a color format. So they tend to remember colors very well. So the next time they try to learn or recall that particular word, they will remember that these were the colors that they were making constant mistake and self-correct themselves. S-A-I-D, said. 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 I hope you enjoyed today's video and learned something new. If you did, please don't forget to like and share. If you did like this video and if you haven't subscribed to us yet, please consider to do so. So until next time, let the joy of learning continue.